It is a story of survival that has people in shock and disbelief. A 7-year-old girl is alive tonight after being in a small plane crash that killed her family. It happened near Eddyville in Lyon County, Kentucky last night. Marty and Kim Gutzler, along with their daughter Piper and niece Sierra Wilder, were killed. Sailor Gutzler, the only survivor, managed to crawl out of that wreckage and walk nearly a mile to a nearby house. News Channel 5's Matthew Torres visited the area and talked to the neighbor who helped her.
Blood on her face, blood all over her legs and her arms.
It's a sight that will forever stick with Larry Wilkins. On Friday night, he heard faint knocking on his front door, only to find a 7-year-old girl trembling in fear.
I got to help this kid, just like anybody would.
Just half an hour before, the girl walked out of a small plane crash nearly a mile from where Wilkins lived. She was the only survivor.
She told me, she said, Mom and Dad are dead. We had a plane crash and the plane's upside down.
Her 9-year-old sister, 14-year-old cousin, and parents, Marty and Kimberly Gutzler, were all on board and all were killed.
I just can't imagine someone that young going through that.
According to Kentucky State Police, the small aircraft was traveling from Florida to Illinois, where they're from, and was experiencing an engine problem.
He was requesting emergency landing and assistance in finding the nearest airport.
They eventually lost contact with air traffic controllers, but it would take troopers and emergency responders close to 3 hours to find the wreckage.
Where she was located, you couldn't see a residential light. You couldn't see anything but darkness.
Aside from surviving the crash, authorities and neighbors are astonished that with light clothes and no shoes, she even made it out of the dense wooded area in the cold and dark.
She was simply trying to get help for her family, and I've got a daughter that just turned 8, and I don't know that she could do that.
Wilkins says he did what any person would. He finds himself admiring the courage of the young girl and witnessing what many are saying is nothing short of a miracle.
She's a brave little girl, extremely.
Matthew Torres, News Channel 5 HD.
The little girl was sent to a local hospital for non-life-threatening injuries. She has since been released to extended family. That family released this statement saying, quote, "The family mourns the loss of Marty, Kim and Piper Gutzler, and Sierra Wilder. We are devastated by this loss, but are confident that they rest in God's loving arms. We ask that you respect our privacy at this difficult time. Please pray for us, especially for Sailor Gutzler."